write my own, same age as Chris Cross.
Yeah.
Write my own songs. I'm dope. And these kids don't rap
Just
at all.
happened to go to the mall one day with their clothes on backwards.
Don't write their raps. I was jealous. I was hating. They came to my high school, and I didn't even go in there to see them. Everybody went to go see them, and I did not go in there to go see them.
Should have went in there and grabbed the mic and just dropped a hot 16 real bars and be like, and I wrote that.
I was so jealous. I was so jealous and mad. But
I feel you.
But like most haters, though, I still bought that album. I just didn't tell anybody. I listened to it in secret.
Like, I want to see what they did.
So speaking of Jermaine Dupri, I don't know if that was a segue into the next topic.
Smooth,
but if it was, that was a smooth segue. I want to talk about this Jermaine Dupri clip that I saw, right? So I'm gonna give y'all some context of this whole clip. I gotta give y'all context, right? So Jermaine Dupri was on the Joe Budden podcast. I don't know how long ago it was, because I don't really keep up with.
Oh, it had to be recent because Jermaine Dupri's been making his rounds.
He's been making his rounds
because of the Magic City.
That's right.
Which I watched. I watched the first 2 episodes of that.
Yeah, which is of the Magic City, right?
I'll start.
And so
gotta check it out.
On here, he sparked a discussion around the lack of strong, positive musical role models for young audiences, especially age 12 to 17, while other global genres like K-pop are intentionally cultivating young icons with massive influence. The U.S. music industry seems more focused on viral moments than on developing young artists into meaningful figures. And I want to talk about that because in Jermaine Dupri's statement that he wrote, he was talking about his daughter, and he was talking about, she's of a certain age, and I forgot what age she is. And, he was talking about teenager. He was talking about in reference to these 12-year-olds to 17-year-olds looking and not having strong, positive musical role models that are helping develop them, to guide them, to pour into them, to mentor them, to coach them, to develop them. And then as he was talking about it, he was like, well, I can't do it because I'm in Magic City. And I was like, that's part of the problem, Mr. And that's my opinion. Like, for you to say that there aren't anybody out here and you don't have time to do it because you're in Magic City. To me, that's part of the issue. If you dedicated time, now I'm not judging. I don't know Jermaine Dupri like that, right?
We all judging.
We all judging today.
We judge. That's what
we do.
That's okay.
We do. I'm judging that. I'm a judge of that.
You got 2 eyes in your head and a brain in the skull. You're
sitting there saying that your daughter doesn't have positive, strong musical role models in her career, and then the next thing you say is, I can't do it because I'm in Magic City. I looked at the screen like, what? Are you serious?
I have to. I saw you send us that.
You got to see the clip.
To look at it, but I know he's contributed with Bow Wow, Chris Cross, and to me, those were, I don't want to say positive, but they had a positive effect on Black kids, all kids really, growing up. They didn't really. Bow Wow wasn't really cussing. Chris Cross wasn't really cussing until they got older, I think. But so I mean,
I get it.
Is he talking about mentor, like as far as somebody in the industry to mentor the younger artists?
Yeah, he's saying now
there isn't.
Now there isn't. I think even too, it's kind of.
I'm gonna find a clip.
Giving an ode to himself because there isn't really a way or even a market in the same way to where he's spoken. Jermaine Dupri has spoken in the past about the fact that there were no kids. It wasn't cool to have kids on the radio.
I'm gonna play it so we can hear the clip. Mr. JD, here we go.
Grab an artist like Bow Wow and take the artist for 2 years and try to get them to become who he became, right? If somebody did that right now and they gave little Black girls, because I got a 14-year-old daughter that basically has nobody to listen to. She's out here listening to shit that she ain't supposed to be listening to on TikTok. Right? She's dancing to shit she ain't supposed to be dancing to on TikTok. And it's our responsibility to deliver artists for this group of people, but ain't nobody doing it. I can't do everything. I'm in Magic City. I'm trying to do everything.
But you in Magic City, then.
I can't do everything, but I'm just saying, it's our responsibility to even pay attention to them. That audience from 12 to 16, niggas don't give a fuck about them.
So, boy, I was just telling them that my only sister and my younger sister,
But yeah, so it goes into more. But that was his statement. That was his statement.
That's a tangled web to weave.
I don't think he said he can't do everything. In other words,
get that.
He's alluding to the fact that
he's done it.
He's done it.
He's done it.
That's right.
And at this exact moment right now, he's caught up in his Magic City thing.
Right.
And he got to handle that. So maybe in the future, but he's not running away from it. In other words,
I know.
In other words,
being facetious.
he's saying that if it happened, he shouldn't have to be the only one to do it.
He shouldn't have to be the only one to do it. There should be other people that are mentors in the industry that are pouring into the younger artists. But I mean, think about what he's saying though.
But go ahead.
They're out here listening to music that they shouldn't be listening to, doing things that they shouldn't be listening to, while all along, isn't Magic City an album? Aren't they making an album?
It's an album, but it's because it's the album to go with the documentary.
It's an album, right? That's based on strip club lifestyle. Is that going to be music that they shouldn't be listening to and dancing to?
Absolutely.
It's the same music that you're talking about that they shouldn't be listening to and dancing to that they're doing now. Are you someone who's actually out there creating the same thing that they shouldn't be listening to and dancing to?
Yeah, absolutely. But these are two separate things. And the biggest thing to me is even what he's talking about was an unintended consequence. He picked Criss Cross because he thought they looked cool and that people would listen to that music and people would want to be those artists. He wasn't thinking about saving the kids or like, you know, to say, well, you know what?
Save the generation.
I'm going to go to the mall and find some kids that can be the role model for this current generation. That wasn't his thought process. Now, did it become an unintended consequence of him creating that moment?
I'm sure.
Absolutely it did. But to say that other people aren't looking to create a moment that even he himself wasn't looking to create, it was a consequence of what he chose to create.
Right.
That then people decided to look up to that. And you could say the same is true today. Candy Burris has a singing group. It's 3 young ladies. Siren, I think, is the name of the group.
No, isn't that Ian's?
No, Ian Burke has a group
different
called
group.
Peach 3.
Three,
Those girls are 18 years old.
I've seen them too.
That's another you could say is an example. Now, have they
like a TLC?
Have they had Bow Wow and Criss Cross success yet? No,
Not
but
yet.
he himself said it took 2 years to get these artists to that point. And so it's not like no one is doing it, but then you have to also ask yourself, if you have a 14-year-old and she on TikTok, maybe she don't need to be on TikTok. I mean, maybe she,
there has to,
because the number one songs in the country right now is off of a cartoon, aren't they? The Dragon Hunters
the
Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Demon Hunters. Demon Hunters. It's K-pop. It's cartoon. That music right now is blowing up everywhere. So if your kids are consuming something, you kind of got to ask yourself, what kind of filters do you have in place that your 14-year-old is hearing that much TikTok? Because my 13-year-old don't even have social media.
And my kids,
she got a Pinterest page.
My kids didn't have it for a while until they got like adults, almost literally adults. Then they got Instagram, and maybe they had it before then. Yeah. I don't know, because you know sometimes we as younger kids we hide stuff from our parents. But when I found out about it is when they were pretty much grown. They had started a Twitter and an Instagram and things like that. But it kind of reminds me. So before you got here, Brian and I a while ago had a conversation about XG, and we were talking about cultural appropriation and things like that. And I actually went back and was watching a couple of their videos, and there's a couple of other new groups and things that are out. I will say that these groups are killing it. They're doing what you even what's some boys' name? Stray Kids, right? They are killing it, and they are actually doing music that's similar to Black culture music. But with a completely different message.
Like an innocent, positive,
innocent, fun. When I watched Stray Kids, and people were going crazy over, I can't even remember the one, they like, y'all don't know whoever the dude with the deep voice. And he was like, yeah, I'm here. What? And they was killing it. Everybody was like, oh, Felix, I think Felix. That's his name, right? Felix.